here are some numbers to illustrate what the two of you were discussing, and that's how great Steph has been during this postseason run. Smitty, I know it's tough to tell. We're not in his head, but there was so much conversation about what there is to prove after what happened in the finals last year. Are you noticing an inspired play in some way, or a difference between this Steph Curry and what you've seen before?
Well, I think when you watch him, obviously he's more comfortable. He has Durant, but I think you can tell he's laser focused on getting back to the finals. You know, as a point guard, as a two-time MVP, you feel you let your team down. It's not just him, because if you're up 3-1, you're supposed to win that series, obviously going against that juggernaut, the Cavs. And I think for him, he made some questionable plays down the stretch. This one against Kevin Love, taking a contested three where he could have made a better play. The round-the-back play to Klay Thompson, just a couple plays that he wishes he can get back and to have this old series. So Klay and Steph is obviously the two leaders before Kevin Durant. Now you have him. He figures now, I added Kevin Durant. Some pressure on Kevin Durant, but some pressure on me now to say, with all this, we must win now against the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah, Zeke, you get the feeling, regardless of Kevin Durant being there and being called the best player on the team, that we're watching a Steph who's going out there, I see you smiling, who, like you would to the court, is saying, no, I'm going to be the man, and I'm going to make sure we don't let happen what happened last year.
Absolutely, and the thing that, I think all of us admire about Steph is that he always accepts the challenge to get better. When he first came into the league, we knew he could shoot the basketball, but we wasn't sure about his handle. He spent, years working on his handle. Now he's got one of the best handles in the game of basketball combined with his shooting. He didn't have a great finals last year. What did he do? He went back, he got better. And there's a better Steph Curry coming into these NBA finals. And, that's what we like to see in our sports superstars and our sports heroes. When you fail, can you go home and get better? And Steph Curry has gotten better.
If you like storybooks, there's one that's being written right now by Kevin Durant, ridiculed by many for whatever reason, which I never really got, for going to this team, going through, getting to the finals now with a chance to get to the next level and maybe lock up his first championship. What are you noticing about Kevin Durant, the Golden State Warrior, here in this first playoff round?
I'm still noticing he's pretty good. I mean, when you watch Kevin Durant, and we'll get a chance to break down these plays, it's just, he's one of those math problems that you can't solve, Isaiah. Just watch him right now. This is a 7-footer leading the break. You see Richard Jefferson pointing, you see Tristan Thompson, and then, by the way, you got to close the gap even closer than this. Richard Jefferson and Tristan Thompson, and the 7-footer shoots over those two guys and knock down a three. I highlight Steph because Steph understands right now, I'm the point guard, but I'm not even going to turn my back, Isaiah, and ask for the basketball. I'm comfortable with him handling the basketball, and because of Steph and all the attention he has, look at Kevin Durant, a willing passer right now, and they making it easy, so he's able to expand on his passing ability. Now next, again, 7-footer again, 7-footer pushing the break, and me and Isaiah joked about it. This is too much space now. That's pretty good defense, Isaiah, when you're backpedaling in transition.
He's at the hash mark.
Yeah, and he knocks that three down. And to have a Kevin Durant on the floor and also to get a chance to watch him on this play, you look at him just moving, and LeBron James makes the right basketball play. But this is not the right basketball play when you start saying you're giving Kevin Durant this much space. I don't blame Kyle Korver. Why should I even go over there at 7-footer and contest? I'm not going to be able to bother his shot. He's comfortable behind the line. He's probably one of the best, second best guys shooting from the mid-range right now behind Steph. And he's finishing with dunks at the rim. What do you do with him? We talked about Kyrie. I don't know if you can really match it with him when he gets going, Isaiah.
I think he and Kyrie Irving are the two most difficult players to guard in the NBA in terms of their one-on-one skills, their ball handling skills, and also their shooting ability, Smitty. What makes Durant so, particularly impressive is that he's got the mid-range game to go with it also. So he really does have the total package, and he's become a great defender on this Golden State Warriors team. So, he's been the perfect addition to this team, chemistry-wise, defensive-wise, and also offensively.
Yeah, I'd love to know what people at home think about how to guard Kevin Durant. You could tweet us and let us know. We might send your opinions over to the Cavaliers. A lot of opinions about Klay and the missed shooting and why we saw some of that in the last series. But there's a lot that he does on the floor that helps this team, including defensively. How about Klay Thompson going into
Well,
this
you talk
final?
about the 1, 2, and a lot of the threes. That's his assignment. I mean, some of the greats. You're talking about C.J. McCollum and Damian Lillard, yes, to guard him. You're talking about LeBron and Kyrie in this series. Yes, his shooting is down, but his shots are not going to be the same with the Kevin Durant. But he's still one of those guys, Isaiah, when you start talking about the basketball purist, you just love the way he approaches the game. He's not selfish, and he still has the capability of going off and getting 60. I ain't saying 30, 60. So Klay Thompson, I feel, will have a great series. The reason why, Isaiah, because he hasn't shot the basketball well. He'll be matched up against Kyrie. But then when on a cross match, somebody has to come find him. Kyrie's going to probably run to Steph. Then you got to come find Klay Thompson and gives him some open shots in transition.
No one will need to find Draymond. I'm pretty sure he will find you. Kevin Love joking about that, talking about the competitor he is. I know you love watching him play and everything he does. He really is the tone setter, regardless of KD or Curry or anybody else for this team.
Draymond definitely could have been a bad boy and played with the Detroit Pistons. I would have loved to have had another guy like him on our team, you know, along with a Rodman, because he brings the energy, he brings the stamina, he brings the defensive will, and then he also brings the defensive understanding. He's a chatterbox out on the court, you know, so when you're talking about like a Ray Lewis or a Mike Singletary in terms of football, you want that middle linebacker to be directing traffic defensively. That's what he does. Draymond is always talking. He's always intelligent back there. He always has the right position. You know, so you can't win this series without Draymond and Klay Thompson playing well.